Okay, so yesterday, that means previous class, we are discussing about buttons, right? So in this button, left arrow button only we discuss it. Okay, so right arrow button, you know how what it will do, right? So same like that, right arrow button, reset button, like that. There are different buttons are there. You can use it, but in real time, most of the times we need to use blank buttons. It is okay. Suppose if you create any blank button itself, okay. So then after taking a blank button, you can you can take a different shapes of this blank button. Okay, suppose for example, select this button, and in the shape itself there is a shape option is there. In that there is a different shapes are there: rectangle shape, hexagonal shape, and a heart shape, like this. If you select this one, so this, see, it is look like this. Okay, there are different shapes are there. In this, whatever shape you want, you can select it. Okay, pentagon, like this it will be displayed. If I'm selecting like a pill, okay, so see, like this it will be displayed. So whichever option is required, you have to use it. Understand clearly? So that means better to take the blank space, blank button always. And with that blank button, you can arrange, you can take the different shape of the button, and you can give the name of the button also. Like suppose for example, okay, if you want to give the name of the button means, if select the button, and there is a style option is there. Under the style itself, there is a text option is there. You have to on this particular text itself. Okay, whenever you on it, here you need to give the value. Here you need to give the value. Okay, so that means you need to give the name of that the text. Suppose for example, web URL, like this I'm giving. Okay, so instead of this one, Google. Okay, in this I need to take the semi bold value. Okay, and I need to increase the size is 12, like this I'm giving. Okay, and if I want to give the horizontal alignment or a vertical alignment, anything you want to give, you can give it here. Okay, like this. And after this, inside of this button, okay, so you have to give the name of that one. And so here for this button, so we in this previously for the button action is set it, right? So if you want to perform an action of the button means, you have to select this one, and on this particular action here the type is required. Must and should, you need to select the type. We already discussed about the page navigation, right? In the page navigation, what will happen? It is moved from one page to the another page. We have to use page navigation option. Okay, so now what we need to do is, we need to use web URL option. Now today we need to use web URL option. If you choose web URL, what will happen? Okay, so you can give the web URL, whatever URL you give it. With that URL, you can go to that particular site directly there itself. Suppose for example, there is a YouTube is there. In that I'm giving, okay, suppose for example, mm, see, this is the one is there. Okay, select this
I have a
particular.
question for you. If I
Okay,
want to present you my data
so
in the form of
whatever
this
URL is there,
moving Excel
you have to
spreadsheet,
copy the URL here itself. Okay, you have to copy the URL here itself, And so whatever URL is there, you just need to not only YouTube or a Google or anything, any URL, you just need to copy from the browser itself. And in the action itself, after choosing web URL type, then if you come down below that, you need to give the URL name, URL here itself, paste the URL here itself. Okay, suppose I'm pasting the URL. After pasting the URL, what will happen? It will redirect to that particular YouTube itself. Okay, understand or not?
Yes, Vijay, understand.
RBI YouTube. Okay, I'm giving like this. Okay, suppose in that particular action, what I'm doing, first you have to on the action, and the type you have to select the web URL, then only the URL related it will perform in the buttons. Okay, so you have to take the web URL type, and you have to give that URL here itself. Once it is done, so now how the actions are performed? Okay, by control plus click. I told you, right, in the Power BI desktop, if you want to perform the button action, means control plus click only we can perform the button action, right? See, when I'm clicking on control plus click, then automatically that particular site will open in the Edge browser, because Microsoft Microsoft default browser, it is Edge browser, right? That's the reason that particular site will be open in the Edge browser itself. Understand clearly? So previously with the button, we are going through about the action as page navigation, and this is the web URL related thing. Not only those things, so there are so many actions are there, right? So there is a bookmark related thing, page navigation, drill through, and everything. All the things we need to discuss it here itself. Understand clearly in the button. So if you use this left arrow and right arrow, these are related to navigation related, right? You can use it here. So most of the times we need to use blank buttons only. Understand? Take the blank button, and how you need to design it, you can design like that. And so in that particular button, what action you need to perform, you have to set it here itself. Understand? If you want to give the title name also, here in the general tab also there is a title name is there. You can give anything here itself. Understand clearly? This is about buttons. Next one is shapes.
Yes,
Okay, what is shape will do? That means see what will happen here it is. So if you want to, that means what will happen here it is, if you arranging a visuals in a proper order, if you want to arrange any visuals in a proper order, then you have to take the shape option. What is that? Shape option, we have to take it. In that shape option only, we have to place in that in that shape option only, we have to take all the visuals and put it in the proper way, and we can work like that. Okay, let's see practically. Okay, so how we can perform this one, and let's see with the real-time example. I will show you how you can take the shape, and how you can arranging the shape and everything. Understand clearly? Okay, so before that, whenever we are discussing about the bookmarks in view tab, there is a bookmark option is there. At that time, I will clearly about shapes, because there only most of, because if you want to arranging a shapes means first you have to set the bookmark. So that's the reason in that particular concept itself, I will clearly explain you how this will works. Understand? So just you need to, there are in the shapes itself, there are different shapes are there, rectangle shape, basic shapes, and black arrow shapes, and there are different shapes are there. In that particular shape itself, you have to put your visuals into that particular shape itself, and you can use how you want to display it. Understand clearly? Okay. And next one is, if you want to take the images, okay, that means you can upload your images from the local. Okay, suppose when you click on the image itself, it is asking where your images is there, and go to that particular location, and whichever image you want, you can just click on my photo and you will see, right? So this is how you can take the images. Okay. 1 second. Anything you can take it. You can select any particular image itself, then automatically that image will comes here itself. See here, understand? So if you want to upload an image from your local system, if you want to load the image, means you can take it. Not only this one image, you can take your photos also. Like suppose for example, click on this one, see their photo is there. So if you want to upload any image or anything means like this, just click on that image itself, then you will see that particular image here itself. Understand clearly? Okay. Next one is spark lines are not required. Okay. Next one is modeling. Okay. In the modeling, okay, we will discuss about the manage relationship. We already discussed about these options. Okay. And parameter also we discuss it. Okay, so parameter part also we discuss it. So now we need to discuss about, okay, so एक charger बेटी. Okay. So that means you can use this parameter related things and you can use it. And in the last concept, I will explain you what is RLS and everything we will implement there itself. Okay, don't worry. Next one is, okay, next one is view tab. Go to the view tab. Here itself, you will, okay, here the first option is themes. Okay, if you want to set a themes, if you want to theme means background. If you want to set any background of that particular page itself, you can set it here itself. Okay, suppose when you click on this one, see the background of that particular page, it is showing as a, see here, not only this page, all in all the pages the theme is set it here. Okay, sometimes what will happen is while we are working with the client, okay, the client will say that you have to use my particular theme itself, don't use your personal theme or anything here itself, you have to use my personal theme itself. At that time what you need to do is you have to use this option. Okay, you have to click on browse themes. Okay, first, so whatever themes you want to upload it, first you have to download that particular theme into your local system, and after that you have to use browse for themes. Okay, most of the times we didn't use it. Okay, but sometimes we have to use this one. Okay, in some cases we have to use this particular one. Okay, so at that time you have to use themes. Okay, so if you want to use the theme, if you want to use the client themes means first you need to get that particular theme into your local system. Okay, so ask the client to give the theme so that once they are sending through the mail something like that, and you have immediately you have to download it from there itself and put it in your local system. Once it is once it is downloaded, then what you need to do is you have to upload that particular theme, whatever theme you downloaded, that particular theme you have to upload it into the Power BI. Okay, how you need to upload it? First you need to download and put it in your local system, and after that you have to use browse for themes option. Whenever you click on browse for themes option, it is asking where your theme is there. You have to select that particular theme itself, then automatically that particular theme it will be assigned for this complete report itself. Understand clearly? Okay, so
Yes, Vijay.
this is how we can set the themes. Okay, most of the times we didn't use the any themes itself. Sometimes the client is asking that you have to use my theme. At that time you have to use browse theme option, or else you have to use the default theme. Power BI will give the Microsoft will give the default theme itself. You have to use that particular one. Understand? Next one is page view. What is page view will do? That means in this there are three options are there: fit to the page, fit to the width, actual size. Okay, that means when you click on fit to the page, okay, when you click on fit to the page itself, then the page will be fitted to that particular page itself. If you select fit to the width means, see, it will increase the size of the width of that particular one. Understand? Like this. Okay, suppose if you use actual size itself and it is showing like A4 size related thing, it is showing. Okay, and if you want to use this one, you can use this one, but most of the times we need to use fit to the page only. Okay, fit to the page only we have to use it. Okay, next one is mobile layout. In mobile layout, whichever options, that means when you click on mobile layout, in the mobile you have to arrange your particular visuals into this one. Okay, suppose I want to take this visual and put it in this particular mobile layout, then you have to see this, it will look like this. Okay, and in which place you want to arrange it in the mobile layout, you can put it. And most of the times we didn't use this mobile layout option. If you want to come out of this particular mobile layout, again click on this mobile layout, then it will come out of that particular one. Okay, next one is grid lines. Okay, when you select that particular grid lines is nothing but the background of that particular image, the background of the particular image, it will shows as shows is images. Okay, so that means in the background it is showing a dotted lines. Okay, so what is the use of this option means, you have to arranging your visual. If you want to arrange your visual, then you have to use an option called grid lines. By using grid lines option, we can arrange that particular visual properly and put it in that particular. Suppose for example, so if this is not there, we don't know where we need to put this particular visual itself. So that's the reason. If it is there, then we have to set it properly where you can put it. Suppose this is the one, I can put it here like this, or else I can put it in this particular location itself. So it will clearly tell you how we can arrange your visuals and everything. So for that purpose only we have to use grid lines. Okay, next one is snap to grid. When you select this one, okay, you can take the snap of that particular grid itself. Okay, so most of the times we didn't use this snap to grid. Okay, next one is lock objects. This is very important. So if you want to move the visual means we can easily move the visual from one place to another place, right? So if you don't want to move your visuals, if you don't want to move your visuals by default, suppose this visual also moving, right? So if you don't want to move the visual, then we have to use an option called lock objects. Okay, when you check this one, see here, you cannot move any particular page, any particular visual in any of the page itself. Okay, so here see the pages, that means the visual cannot be moved from one place to another place. So because of lock objects is checked, when you uncheck it, then only the visuals are moved. See here, when you check it, the visuals are locked. Understand? The next option is filters. What is this filters will do? Means, so we already discussed, right? There is a filter span is available, right? This filter span, we can call it as this filters option. Filters option. Okay. Whenever you click on this particular filter, see the filter span is disabled. Sometimes if the filter span is disabled, sometimes if the filter span is disabled, you have to come to the view tab and click on filters, then filter span again it will be enabled. Okay, if it is in disable means you have to click come to the view tab and click on filters, then automatically the filter span is enabled. Okay, whenever the filter span is enabled, okay, so initially we are discussing, right, how many types of filters are there. At that time we are discussing about these filter span related. Okay, just what options is there, but we don't know how it will works, right? So that's the reason. Okay, in this filter span, how many types are there? There are three types it is available. Filter on this page, filter on all pages, filter on this visual. What is that? Filter on this visual. How many options are there? Three options. Filter on this visual, filter on this page, and filter on all pages. So what is the use of filtering the values here itself? That means, so in different ways of filtering, we can filter a column value. Okay, if you filter a column value in filter on this visual, that particular filter will be applied to that particular visual only. If I apply a filter on a particular filter on this page means, then in that page itself, whatever visuals are there, for all the visuals filters will be applied. For all the visuals filter will be applied. Filter on all pages means the filter, that particular filter will be applied in all the pages. In all the pages. Okay, this is how it will. Let's see one by one. Suppose for example, okay, so this is a visual, right? Whenever you select a visual, see filter on this visual option is enabled. Actually, by default, you will see only filter on this visual and filter on all pages only. By default, you can see filter on this page and filter on all pages. Okay, understand? So when you want to see the filter on this visual, whenever you select any particular visual, at that time only filter on this visual is enabled. Otherwise it is not enabled. What is filter on this visual option will do? Filter on this visual means whatever filter you applied here itself, whatever filter applied in this particular filter on this visual, this filter will be applied to this particular visual only, not for other visuals in that particular page. Understand? That means whatever filter we applied, okay, that filter is applied to this particular visual. So when you see the name itself, you will understand. By seeing the name itself, you will understand what it is and everything, how it will do. Okay, that means the filter will be applied to this particular region. If the same filter, if I'm applying on filter on this page, that means in this page 8, whatever visuals are available, for all the visuals, that particular filter is applied. Understand? Let's see practically how it will works and everything. Okay, suppose for example, I'm applying a filter on this particular filter on this visual. Okay, this particular visual I need to apply a filter. Then you have to use an option called filter on this visual. Okay, in this filter on this visual, what column value you are filtering, that column you have to drag and drop here itself. Add the fields here option is there, right? Here, what column filter you are applying? Suppose I want to apply the filter country column. So where the country column is there, in which data set is there, you have to go to that particular data set and you have to drag and drop the country column here itself. Just to drag and drop and add it here itself. Then automatically what will happen here it is that particular column is added. When you expand, if you want to expand means click on this particular arrow button, then automatically it will be expanded. Okay, after expanding that, there are filter type options are there. Okay, there are different filter type options are there: basic, advanced filtering, and top end filtering. Okay, if it is a basic filtering, if the filter type inside of the filter on this visual, if you want to apply any filter, there is a filter type option is there. Okay, if the filter type is basic filtering, then what will happen under this particular column, what values are there here itself, you can directly see it here. Okay, here itself you can see all the values of that particular column, whichever values you want, you just need to check that particular values. If you uncheck all the values means it is selected all the values. Okay, if you uncheck it, then you will by default it is selected all the values. Okay, see here, country is all means if you unselect all the values also, it is selecting all the values. If you select all the values also, you can click on this option. If you want to, if you are checked few of the values only, Canada and France, those only see here in this particular visual only, you can see Canada, France values only, not for other visuals. See here, in this visual also there, but in this visual, all the countries you can see it. Okay, but in this visual, you can see only Canada and France because the filter is applied on filter on this visual. That means this particular visual only, this particular filter is applied. Understand? Whichever values you are checked, those values only you can see it. Whichever values you uncheck it, those values you cannot see it in this particular one. Understand? Basic filtering means under that particular column, what values are there, you can see all the values here itself. Okay, so in this, whichever values you want, just check those values. Okay, suppose I want Canada and France, so you have to select these two values only. If you don't want these three values, you need to uncheck it. Okay, if you want all the values means you have to check this one. If you don't want, that means if you want all the values, there are two ways are there. You can check all the values, or else if you uncheck all the values or also it will take all the values of that particular column. Okay, if you check for a particular column values, then those only you can see it here itself. That means Canada and France here. Okay, suppose I'm selecting Germany also, and you will see Canada, France, Germany like this. Okay, so like this you can filter it. Okay, this is about basic filtering. In the filter types, how many types are there? Three types are there: basic, advanced, top and filtering. In the basic filtering, this is how directly all the values you can see it. Whichever values you want, you can check it. Those values only you can see it in that particular visual. Whichever values you check it, those values only you can see it in that particular visual. See here, Canada, France, Germany. Those values only I'm seeing it here. Understand? Suppose for example, I don't want all this visual. I want to see only, I don't want to see Germany here. Then you need to check all the values and uncheck the Germany. Then Germany cannot see in that particular visual itself. Okay, like this, we can use an option called basic filtering. Okay, suppose after applying a filter, if you want to clear that particular filter, see here, actually the filter is applied, right? In this particular column, filter is applied. If you want to clear the filter for that particular column, then if you mouse over to that one, there is a erase icon is there, right? This is an erase icon. Okay, when you click on this particular icon, then filters will be clear. This is how you can fill. So you know how we are applying a filter, and if you you know how to clear a filter, right? Click on this option, this icon, then automatically the filters are cleared to that particular column. Understand clearly or not?
Yes,
Okay.
Vijay.
Yes, Vijay. Okay, this is how the basic filtering option. Next one is advanced filtering. What is advanced filtering? Here on condition based it will be there. Suppose for example in advanced filtering you have to, this is a operator. Okay, this is an operator. In this there are different operators are there. Contains, does not contains, starts with, does not starts with, is not, is not, is blank, is not blank. There are different operators are there. Whichever operator you want, you have to select that one. Is means is equal to, is means is equal to, that means is not means is not equal to, not equal to, understand, not equal to. Suppose for example you want to check with blank values, is equal to blank, that means you have to select an operator like is blank. Is blank means is equal to blank. Is not blank means not equal to blank. Is empty means is equal to empty is different, blank is different. Okay, empty means nothing, that means even if you give the space also, that is also empty, that, but that is not a blank. Okay, so that's the reason you have to select the different operators first. After giving an operator, you have to give the value manually. Here itself you have to give the value manually. You have to give the value manually here. Suppose for example I'm giving Canada. Okay, what will happen, what is the meaning of this one? In the country column, is equal to Canada, whatever value is there, that only it will shows. After giving manually the value here, see nothing is applied to this filter for this particular visual. Why it is not applied? So in advanced filtering, after selecting an operator, after in this particular text box itself, you have to give the value. Okay, after giving a value, must and should you need to click on apply filter, then only the filter is applied. See here, when you click on apply, then only the country is equal to Canada, only Canada value only it is showing, right? Suppose for example if I'm selecting is not Canada. Okay, so after is not operator if I'm selecting, then what you need to click on, again you need to click on apply filter, then only that will be applied. Click on apply filter, then accept the Canada, remaining country values you can see it here. Understand? So in this particular country, okay, so this is how the advanced filtering will works. Okay, in this advanced filtering, what it will do, that means so whenever you select an advanced filtering, here some operator you have to choose it, and in this text box itself manually you have to give the value. After giving a value, must and should you need to click on apply filter, otherwise it the filter cannot be applied to that particular visual. Understand clearly or not? So must and should, if you change anything here itself, must and should you need to click on apply filter. Okay, if you want to clear that particular filter means click on this erase button, then automatically filter will be clear. Understand? This is advanced filtering. Next one is top and filtering. So when you select the filter type as top n, then what will happen is what you want to see. Top three, top like that. Okay. Top five records, top three record, top four record like that. Here you can see the top item, and here you need to give the numeric value here. Suppose I am giving 3. Okay. That means top three country. What column you want to see? Okay, top three wise what you want to see? Suppose I want to see the sales wise. Okay, top three sales I want to see it. Then what you need to do is that sales column you have to drag and drop into by value. In by value you have to drag and drop it. See, that means what will happen in the country top three sales, sum of sales you want to see it. And after drag and drop the sales column, click on apply filter. When you click on apply filter, top three sales only you can see it here. Understand? Top three country wise sales you can see it here. Understand clearly or not? If you want to see any top record, top 3, 4, 4, 5 or record, okay, first you have to select the filter type as top n, and after that in this here, so what number top, what number you have to see it there, 4, 5, 6 like that, that number you have to give it. And here in by value, in by value, okay, you have to drag and drop that particular column. That means what you want to see top three sales or a cogs or whatever it may be, that particular column you have to drag and drop here. Okay, suppose for example I want to see the cogs related, top three cogs related. Okay, then you have to drag and drop that column in the by value, and after that click on apply filter. Then you will see top three cogs related here itself. Understand clearly? Okay, this is how in this filter on this, if you understand filter on this visual, same options is available filter on this page and filter on all pages. Okay, suppose for example if you drag and drop the country column and filter on this page, on this page means what will happen here, here also the see filter types are two options will be there, basic and advanced. Top n is not available here itself. Remember, this is very important interview question. Top n, that means in filter on this visual only three options are available: basic, advanced filtering and top n. Okay, when it comes to the filter on this page and filter on all pages, you will see two options: basic, advanced filtering. You know, right, what basic filtering will do? If you select a Canada and France, you will see, you will see Canada and France values in this particular, on this particular page itself. Okay, understand? Suppose I'm taking this visual and put it here itself. See here. So whenever I'm applying a filter on this visual, see in this page itself, whatever options are there, whatever visuals are there, for all the visuals you will see Canada, France only. See here, you understand the difference between filter on this visual. In filter on this visual, if you apply any filter, that will be applied for only that particular visual, not for all the visuals in that particular page. Okay, when you apply the filter on this page, what will happen? So in this particular page itself, whatever different visuals you are using, for all the visuals, the filter is applied. See here, what filter is applied here? Canada and France. Those are only shows here itself. Those are shows only here itself. That means Canada and France only here itself we can see it. If you want to clear that particular one, clear it. When you clear it, then automatically the filters are, all the things are cleared. Okay, you know, you know advanced filtering, right? It is a condition. So if you understand filter on this visual, it is similar like that only, but only the difference is filter on this filter on this page and filter on all pages, you cannot see the top and option filter type. Okay, you can see top and option in filter on this visual only, in not any other options. Understand clearly? Is it clear or not?
Yes,
Okay.
Vijay,
Yes,
clear.
so not only this one, if you drag and drop the column in the filter on this country, see here what will happen. If you the same two options, filter types are basic and advanced filtering. In basic filtering, if you apply these two, okay. Suppose I'm applying the filter Canada and France. Not only these two, but this page itself. So wherever you go, whichever page you go it, in that page, see here Canada, France only you can see it. Okay, that means this filter is applied for all the pages in this report. See here, that means whatever filter is applied, this filter is applied on filter on all pages, right? In all the pages this particular filter is applied. Understand clearly? Any doubts in this one?
No, Vijay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is how the filter span will works. Okay, tomorrow we need to discuss about how the bookmark we can set it. In the bookmark with a real-time scenario, I will explain you clearly how the bookmark will works. Bookmark is nothing but showing or hiding a visual is called as bookmark. So that means in the bookmark, how we can set a bookmark and how we can use it here and everything, that we can discuss it in the tomorrow's class. But very important topic is bookmark only. Okay, bookmark is very important. So we can discuss about that bookmark in tomorrow's class. Understand clearly? Okay,
Okay.
we can stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Bye.